Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the weekly holiday show. I'm your host, Mr. James. This is the summer edition up until September 21st, I believe, when the fall begins. But we're still keeping the same format, Monday through Sunday. We're going to do the whole week because I know you, viewer, asked for it. I hope. Anyways, here are the selected holidays for the week of September 5th through September 11th. Let's get into it. So today is Monday. Today is Labor Day. It is also Cheese Pizza Day. Regular cheese pizza day, not pizza with a lot of toppings. In fact, a lot of people told me that the way to figure out if a pizza place makes good pizza is just to get a regular cheese pizza. Try that out. And if it's good, then whatever you add to it's going to only make it better. Think about it that way. Now, origins of pizza. I think I talked in this show many times about that. But if you look back, ancient Greeks used to take flatbreads and they used to put a little bit of olive oil on it and some spices and herbs. And honestly, when the Italians did the same similar thing, they added vegetables on top. And yeah, every now and then cheese was added, but cheese wasn't the major thing. It was basically the bread was just kind of a holder for fresh vegetables and herbs. And that sounds absolutely delicious to me. But we have a lot of cheese now. We think on our pizza, think it belongs there. So Cheese Pizza Day was born. And you should try a regular cheese pizza. See how you like it. Try different places. If you tried every pizza place around where you live yet, if not, order tonight or whenever you get this video. I mean, honestly, you can celebrate these any day, right? So yeah, try that out. Tuesday is Read a Book Day. That should probably be every day. I mean, gotta always read. It's great for you. Now, I've got books behind me. I've got books to the side of me, but right now I currently don't have a book that I can read through. So here's a little tip I've got for everybody who's reading and wants to gather information and as well as exercise your brain by actually reading a book. The secret is to have a book that you are reading word for word, every single page, and have it be something that is you can flow through. In other words, that it's easy to read, doesn't have a lot of facts and figures and data and a lot of things for you to practice. I've got a book behind me right now about practicing the bass, and there's a magic one next to it. Those books take a long time to go through, and it's not something you can flow through. You kind of have to read it tiny bits at a time. You need a book that you can read right through, and then you need to find books like this, other ones that you can just take notes on. And it's different ways to go through a book, basically. This is going to help you for the future, especially those that are in school right now or plan to go to college or anything. When you're given a book and you have to learn from it, it's the best way to train yourself for this sort of thing. But always keep reading. Reading is the best thing for you. And listen to books as well while you're doing things. But the reading is definitely going to help your brain. It helps you focus. And I'm just looking for the next book myself. Yeah. So anyways, Wednesday is Medical Professional Day. It's actually supposed to be called Grateful Patient Day. And it's just about anyone who's helped you in the medical field, just giving them some love, right? Send them a card, send them some chocolates, flowers, just meet up with them at some point, say thank you for what you've done for me. I mean, there's nothing worse than when you feel sick and having someone come in to help you out is just, it's so grateful to have that type of person. Honestly, a lot of people get into the medical profession just because they want to help people and they want to help people that are basically at their lowest. So I think it's every day is a great day to thank those that help us for that. So Thursday, ampersand day, something completely different, right? The ampersand, that sign that's right on the screen, that and sign, it's supposed to mean and. So that's why I have the Bitmoji of stamping the word and. A lot of people see that sign, they go, what does that actually mean? Well, it's supposed to be a combination of E and T, which means like etc., right? And it's Latin, which basically just means and. So yeah, the ampersand. You probably know it famously for the AT&T logo from the phone carrier service, whatever. But anyways, and is not often used. I think it's somewhere on my key. Oh, I do have my keyboard above the number 7. So if you push Shift and 7, an ampersand will appear. But I don't use it a lot anyways. Used to be at the end of the alphabet many years ago, but they changed that. So yeah, if you use the ampersand, great. It looks to me almost like drawing a treble clef in music, but a little weird anyways. So anyways, Friday, we have Teddy Bear Day. Teddy bear named after Theodore Roosevelt, one of our presidents, and a bear that he didn't shoot. He was on a bear hunt. Yeah, I know. And they had a bear for him to shoot. They literally got it ready for him to shoot, which I feel is horrible. And the bear didn't kind of look healthy, and he just pardoned it. He says, "I can't shoot this bear," which we should say every single time. Don't shoot bears. It just seems so bad. But yeah, so they named a stuffed animal bear after him, Teddy. His name's Theodore or Teddy Roosevelt. So they called it Teddy Bear, and that's where teddy bears came from. We're talking about something that happened, 40s, 50s. So yeah, teddy bears. But anyways, actually, Teddy, was it 30s? Who knows? I got to think about these things, right? I got to think about these facts. But teddy bears, if you grew up with one or if you still have one, that's where it came from. I'm not a teddy bear, but I did dress as one time. I had a costume. And Saturday, something that also goes back to a long time ago, back when TV was all new, is TV dinner day. So the 1950s, a company called Swanson Frozen Foods, and you might see their trucks driving around every now and then in the United States. They decided to make frozen dinners, and they made like a frozen Thanksgiving dinner, and they didn't expect a lot of people to want it, and so many people wanted it. And this was good and bad, because think about it. Frozen food was convenient, and it was fast, it was quick, but not always as nutritious. And generally, it's not as nutritious as food that you can make by hand, that you made fresh there. So what happened? America wanted to have convenience, and we got frozen meals. And well, you can go into any grocery store now and you may find frozen aisles with the frozen food. One aisle just be dinners, maybe even 2. It's gets crazy after a while. So many frozen dinners. But I mean, this began it, the fact that you could have frozen food and you just put it into an oven and cook it and it's all done, and people could have complete meals. And it's basically the convenience of not being able to cook and finally having a meal that looked like you cooked. I mean, if you think about it, TV was also another thing people wanted to watch. So they have a little dinner in front of them. They had a tray and they could watch TV while eating dinner, which is probably not a good idea, because you should talk with your family while you're having dinner or with someone else. So you can learn about how their day was, especially if it's dinner, it's later on. But maybe that was a bad thing that happened, but we can't go back now. Dinners are made all different ways now. But go down the frozen aisle every now and then and check out how many TV dinners there are. They're not really TV dinners anymore. They're just frozen dinners, but originally called TV dinners. But we're probably an internet society now, so we call them internet meals. Anyway, Sunday is Grandparents' Day. Cheerio. I don't know why I have that Bitmoji, but I liked it. Thinking that grandparents have a different way of living, and they lived in a different time, and they have maybe some old ways that are different than we might be used to, but that's not a problem. They have a lot of good advice. They're very wise, and that's what you want to basically get from them. Like, how was this when you were younger? Should I do this, or should I do or not do that? Ask them for their advice. I mean, honestly, it's a good way to learn how someone went through their life. And I don't know how old your grandparents are. They might not be that old, but they still have some good advice for you, because anyone who's had experience in anything can tell a really good story and give you some ideas of what not to do. That's the biggest thing. You got to learn from others' mistakes. And I always hear that you can't do that, but I think you can. learn from the pitfalls that someone else made, and be a better person. So today's Monday, but every day this week, I want you to go through and, have some pizza, read some books, clutch onto that teddy bear if you have that. Maybe skip the TV dinners, unless I guess it's a frozen pizza with cheese, which is also kind of a TV dinner. Bid cheerio to your grandparents and medical professionals, and use the ampersand. Maybe just try to draw the sign at least. Anyways, celebrate something and take care.